Oh, sorry guys. Ha 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 ha. That was my meteor. My meteor. Okay, y'all. There has been a meteorite strike off the coast of. Is it really dark, or is that just? Let me. A meteor strike off of the coast of Florida. Well, it was in Cuba, but what the heck? This is so weird. Okay. Hey guys, what's up? Okay, is it really dark? Why is it dark to me? Is it dark? Okay, meteor strike hitting Cuba, and but let me just say, I don't think it was a meteor at all. I think it was a big warning. And when I say I think, that means I usually know. No, seriously, is it dark? Is it super dark? Okay, you can see it? Okay, so we have meteor explodes, shatters windows in western Cuba. Did I say? Yeah, I said Cuba. After startling the Florida Keys, it went straight over the Florida Keys. Let's check out this video. Does not look like a meteor. I will link this so y'all can see it better. Oh, there we go. You see it right there? So they have this trail. Let me show you closer. Right here. Yeah, not exactly how meteors look. Let me show you some other pictures. This is so insane. And then they show these random rocks. Does that look like meteor rocks of any sort? That's just a Bowen bomb. Have y'all seen Joe Dirt? No, seriously, I have serious stuff to talk about too. Venezuela. I'm trying to get this to where it won't get censored. So, worse than purple? Okay, but right before that, last night, they had U.S. military in Colombia, just like John Bolton decided to. He is a neocon. I'm just gonna go off for just a second. Let me just go off for just a second, and then I'm gonna be on task. He is using our American sons and daughters as cannon fodder, just like they always have. And I know it's like, oh, what's the difference now? Well, first of all, the difference is we know pre-hand or whatever. Before, in most of the other situations, it like happened, and then we're all like, oh my god, get our soldiers back. I mean, why are we still there? This we know about, and people aren't doing anything about it. They're just like, yeah, go get the commies, the commies. Stop, because I'm about to tell you what's gonna go down, and people have no idea the massive bloodshed that's going to happen. There's already the IDF, Brazil. We have left-wing military, right-wing paramilitary, the Venezuela militia. We have the ELN, the FARC, Colombian military, left and right paramilitaries there. This is gonna be like, I mean, a paintball war with real freaking ammunition. Seriously. I mean, you're not gonna know who's the enemy, who you're even striking at. This is going to be probably the most flag draped coffins coming home that we've seen since it might even be worse than Vietnam. And it kills me. It just freaking kills me that people are just like silent about it, or, well, I don't really know enough about it. Well, take a freaking hour or two, go through my videos and a few other people's videos. Like Abby Martin has some great videos. I know a lot of people don't like her because of her views. It doesn't matter. She was on the ground in Venezuela when stuff was going on. And educate yourself. There's absolutely no reason at all that we should be in that country. And it's going to be just bodies and bodies coming home. We've lost over 100,000 veterans after the war, meaning they come home and commit suicide because of what they had to do while they were there. What do you think it's going to be like now when they go down there and realize there are 10-year-old girls that know how to use RPGs or an AK-47? Because they, as much as y'all have been lied to about, oh, they don't have guns and they're leftist, no, they're not. This is like guerrilla warfare. I've been saying this for almost a year. And I understand not everybody has seen all those videos, so I'm not faulting anybody for feeling that they were wrong, but please go watch the videos and understand what's going on. And whenever you see John Bolton, Elliot Abrams, and all these other neocons, Bibi Netanyahu, and these other scumbags all wanting to do something, you know that it's a bad idea. And it's really, really ticking me off that people are like, oh, what happened? So you don't support Trump anymore? I do not support more military intervention. Because if I recall, I do recall, because I even rewatched it the other day, when Trump was on the campaign trail. I honestly do not remember build the wall, build the wall. That wasn't something I remember, because I've always been like, yeah, right, that's never going to happen. Sorry, that's just how I've always felt. What I remember is him saying, no more the U.S. being the world's military. No more of our soldiers. God dang, why am I going to cry in another video? Freaking, it just is getting to me. Yet he's dropped more bombs than Obama has, and nobody's saying a damn thing except the left. And then people are going to call me the left just because I'm telling you the truth? No, you have a blind spot and you need to open your eyes. I'll stop there before I get too emotional. Okay, so I normally would not show military movement, but this person in Colombia posted it on YouTube, and it doesn't matter because it already happened last night. So we have the U.S. Navy arriving and other troops arriving in Colombia last night, and apparently they tried to overthrow or invade last night. They didn't work out so well for them. They went back to Cuba. God dang, Colombia. So we have Pence earlier today talking. He made a statement in Florida. I guess his real speech was going to be, yay, we overthrew that socialist, crazy, evil dictator Maduro. But that didn't happen, so he had to revert back to this goofy thing talking about U.S. Vice President Mike Pence plans to head to Miami on Friday. Hold on, that's the wrong thing. So that was what he was planning to do. That was his original. His original plan was essentially to say that we're victory. Yeah, victory, victory. Yeah, that didn't happen. Then, right after the meteorite strike, which, again, don't think it was a meteorite strike, apparently they didn't get the message. Because right after that, it's been only about 5 minutes ago, Colombia's Ivan Duque, oh my gosh, this psychotic freak show, says Venezuelan Maduro's hours are numbered. How in the world can one president be saying this stuff about another president? He's talking about there are 1 million Venezuelans in my country. Oh, really? Really, Ivan Duque? Well, guess what? There's 6 million Colombians in Venezuela that fled your country back in the early 90s and all through the 2000s because of the drugs. But nobody wants to talk about that. They want to talk about the measly 1 million that fled because of our economic sanctions. That's what they want to talk about. He's like, oh, we're part of the regional Lima group and we've already recognized Juan Guaido, random guy named Juan, as interim president of Venezuela. This, even if Maduro was this evil dictator, this right here is setting a precedent for the whole world to now say, you're not a president. Nope, you didn't win the election. They had international election officials down there during the election. He won fair and square twice. This is the second time that Maduro won. 2 times, okay? 2 times. People are like, oh, he was no, 2 times. And they're still pushing. They're still pushing. We will not win this. And I'm going to say it like I said it. I'm sure a lot of people didn't make it through my entire video because it was quite long. I'm going to probably cut it up, my other one, and make it in shorter bits. But this is what's going to happen. Right now, the U.S. and probably Colombia, we're playing checkers. And Putin and Bolsonaro, which I'm not a fan of, and probably Bibi, are playing Risk. If you don't remember what Risk is, that's the game of world domination. So while we're playing little games and Bolton has 5,000 soldiers on his little stupid notepad that he honestly should have added 2 zeros to, there are almost 2 million armed militia, not counting their army in Venezuela, that are willing to fight for their country. And they even made a video last night because they saw them trying to come in and invade. And they're like, you want a war? You're going to have a war. This is not good. And anybody that is for this type of intervention, I don't know where your mind is at. I honestly don't. You know that we've been lied to from the media over and over and over. Why all of a sudden do you think that they would be telling us the truth now? Let me say one thing that really just kind of sums it all up. They don't have a Rothschild banking system. And also that creep, that Ashkenazi that Maduro and Chavez both beat in the election, Rondowski, tweeted last night his support for a random guy named Juan. So that tells you who random guy named Juan is. When he's getting the support of the Ashkenazi Rondowski, whatever, Enrique Rondowski Capriles. I mean, this is just ridiculous. This was a warning from someone. This is going to be the only warning. If you have family in the military that are down there, I pray for you. I do. Because it's going to be ugly. And not that they wanted to do this. So you can't consider them the evil people. If somebody was breaking into your house, what would you do? They wanted to be allies with us. They've always been our allies. They're the ones that saved our asses in World War II to get our ships to the beaches of Normandy when everybody else was out of gas. That's how we got there. How easily people forget things like that. And now we have that they're just, oh, they're so evil. They're just, oh yes, he's evil. And the 8 million, you know, more people voted for Maduro than voted for Trump, and they only have 30 million people in their country. Let me make sure that I'm saying that right. How many people voted in the election? Let me read y'all's comments. I'm more worried about the lizard people. Well, I try to call them our friends from under the ice. Who's been warned? What they doing? They acting foolish? Or that was you were saying me. Hal Turner uploaded 13-second video of Marines landing in boat in Venezuela. Yeah, that's that video that I just played probably. Let me see. Somebody think they are free in the U.S. I know, right? Right? Like, I'm so shadow banned from everything. We cannot speak freely here. Even as, oh, yeah, but that's social media, it's private. Whatever. Bullcrap. We are not free at all. And, you know, I want to do an entire video on this. But, they're really, what? Let me see, what? How many votes did Trump get? Why can't I find the number? But I'm pretty sure that it was less than 8 million. Because, see, in their country, they feel that it's a duty, which it is, essentially, to actually vote and be part of the voting process. Here, we've been so manipulated. Okay, I can't find it. We've been so manipulated that I honestly feel that there should be a test before anybody here votes. I'm just going to be real. Because the stuff I know now, compared to what I knew before I voted, I should not have been voting. And I really feel that there was a reason for our forefathers to say that only landowners and educated people or whatever, don't go there with the color of the skin. I'm just saying they're general of, you know, people that essentially had a stake in what was in the policies. They probably had the right idea, because we really are, as a whole, we're clueless. And that's why I'm on my Patreon. What I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start doing media manipulation and teaching their techniques to where you will never be, you know, manipulated by their nonsense, or even by people on YouTube or all of these things. So I'm going to, you know, have different tiers or whatever, but that's just what I wanted to say. I'll probably do a more comprehensive video of all of this stuff, but I was just so livid whenever I saw all of this. And then now that they're still pressing They're still pressing. It makes me disgusted. Ugh, my goodness. What are you confused about? I think the local elections. Yeah. Oh, that's another thing I want to talk about. Since this is going on and we're not recognizing Maduro as president, well, technically, I'm sorry. If you support Trump, it doesn't matter. This is very important. We need to contact our governors and essentially tell them that they need to pull our senators out and they need to govern in our states. I'm going to explain that in a different video, but because when shit hits the fan, that's going to be the best option for us. And I'm not saying if it happens, when it happens, because it is going to happen very soon. And I know a lot of people want to be cognitive dissonance, and that would never happen in the U.S. Yeah, it is. It is. I would show you the stuff that I've been prepping with, and I'm sure the crap wouldn't be doing this crap if I didn't really honestly know that it was going to be happening. Yeah, this was all over the place, I understand. Anyway. I would not have. I might now. I would not have, but when I voted, would not have. Honestly, I probably would have, because I'm just a good test taker. I can take a test on something I don't even know about. I'm just kind of weird like that. Like, I know how to deductive reasoning. Okay, I'm not gonna go there. Anyway, yes, corporation. It's all about, and that's another thing. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to go through a whole bunch of other stuff, but I don't want this video to just be a complete mashup of nonsense like it already is. But yes, be prepared. Seriously, I'm not kidding. You're watching this from your bunker? You have a bunker, Uncle Eddie? Do you really? You're lying. Do you? Alright guys, well I gotta go. Kids are getting home from school. Speaking of kids, I want to talk about that abortion thing too. Oh my gosh. That's gonna be a whole nother video. Thank you. Yes, like, share, subscribe, and join me on Patreon. I like donations. I only get them like once a month. More would be very, very nice. See, I know people like do that and they ask for donations. I'm just so terrible at doing it. I feel like a bum to ask for them. But if you could donate, that'd be great. I would really like a computer and a laser. That laser so I can show y'all. Okay, honestly, I gotta go.